CH in their face, let them know I'ma do it, dog. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know that. Shut them haters up, you know we go so hard. Chopper hit up in they face, yeah, I'm a bulldog. Number one is what we holding, number one is what we stand. When you step out on that field, let them know you ain't playing. Step back in that pocket, launch it off like a rocket. Pass the pill, run the ball, either way they ain't gon' stop it. Bring that trophy back and let them know that CH got it locked up from the east to west, north to the south, and they can't top it. That defense they holding, that O-line be blocking. Check your Facebook, them bulldogs, they tryna top it. Them corners on their job, they receivers, they gon' lock it. And don't try and punt the ball because that D-line gon' block it. They know we coming hard, they know we coming strong. Let them haters do they talking, Chopper here deserves the throne. Yeah, we sit at number one, they know we can't be cloned. Now it's time to handle business, gonna bring that title home. Work, throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up, throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up, throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up, throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up, throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know that. This shit is our year, so we gon' shut it down and handle that and let them haters know another L. Say we not hearing that. Blue and gold, I be wearing that. Them other teams, we not fearing that. That competition ain't nothing, bulldog country boy, we gon' bring it back. This shit is our year, so we gon' shut it down and handle that and let them haters know another L. Say we not hearing that. Blue and gold, I be wearing that. Them other teams, we not fearing that. That competition ain't nothing, bulldog country boy, we gon' bring it back. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. Make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know that I'm bulldog. CH in they face, let them know I'm a bulldog. CH in they face, let.
Good evening, Bulldog Sports Network. I'm Brett Swinney alongside Corey Marshall and hopefully Vincent Johnson
Oh yeah, he'll
for
be
this
here.
week wrap-up show. Corey, how's your week?
Enduring. It's
This
enduring.
is this is this is a big week for the Bulldog Sports Network. We're gonna
Really,
have a busy week. Hey, Corey, that's a nice looking hat you got there.
I know it's courtesy of obviously Bulldog Sports Network. So
How can I get one of those, Corey?
you can actually hit us up, follow the Facebook link in the inboxes. I think they're $15, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a nice looking hat. I think I have one too.
Yeah,
So don't be one of our viewers that doesn't have a hat. Make sure you get one.
absolutely.
So again, we're having a busy week this week. We've got lots to talk about tonight. Uh, Corey and I actually did our first basketball game together last night, and so we've gone. We had Henderson Friday night. We had Jared and I covered the girls' opener Saturday afternoonish, I guess you'd say. Then
Yeah.
we had Corey and I did the girls' game Tuesday night. Logan and I will be traveling to Humboldt to cover the boys' football game Friday night. And then Jared and I will be covering the boys' opener for basketball on Saturday. So, whew, this is a busy time of year, but it's great. Everything, the busier the better. Here's the
good.
Bulldog Sports Network. That means we're going deep in the playoffs and getting basketball kicked off. So it's a great time.
Absolutely, it's good to be covering multiple sports. You know, and it's also good to when you see fans and they see you and say, "Oh, we love the show." We that really appreciate that. So
Yeah, we're excited. We got Chris is here tonight. Shout out to Chris,
shout out
one
Chris.
of our
Yeah.
newest sponsors. Y'all hit
Oh,
Chris up. He can cook you up some food for Thanksgiving.
right on.
So I guess we'll start out with our picks from last week. Corey, you got that handy?
I see you don't have the pick 'em champ up there. What happened?
Well, I just thought I would be humble today and just go with straight Brad Swinney. I really
Oh,
don't I really don't know how I did, to be honest with you. I
you know
was trying to remember.
you ended up 4-4. That the Casey game hurt you, and then of course the Tatum. Nobody picked Sabine over Tatum. I know I
Yeah,
didn't.
big upset.
So that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But shout out to Vince. Vince had Vince went 5-3, and then
Oh,
Casey Joe went 5-3. We're not gonna talk about mine. Chris
what'd
went.
you have, Corey? Corey, go ahead and tell us. It must be worse than mine because you're not saying it.
You know, it's okay. We're not gonna do negativity today. It's all good. It's all good. We got a good show tonight.
Come on, Corey. You got to add to the final standings of the regular season. Come on now.
Yeah, I was 3-5. I was three and
Okay.
five. I
Okay.
had
So
two.
42 and 30. That's a little bit over 50%. That's not too bad.
I got to make the show interesting, so I have to, do the long shot picks. So,
Okay. All right. Here we go again. Where's Vince? I need him.
ooh,
Where's Vince with the long shot picks?
incidents. We don't need that negativity. We don't need that negativity.
So Vince with his 5-3 end of the season with what's that? 46 and 26. Corey, you had 42 and 30, and I ended up with 40 or 54 and 18. So
Well, okay. I
so
I will be better next year. I promise you. I will be
shout
better.
shout out to Ron Elliott. Great show every week, guys. So
Appreciate
thanks,
it.
Ryan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We got Chris again.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, I like that, Chris.
that's what's up.
Hey, come down to the table, man. We'll put you on.
Oh yeah.
Let you talk about your business. Thanks for sponsoring us this year. We're still looking for sponsors for basketball, so anybody interested, hit us up with a message. You can reach us on our Facebook page, Bulldog Sports Network. We'd be glad to talk to you about it. All right. So, did you say you had anybody else? Casey Joe was 5-3 as well.
Casey Joe went 5-3. Chris went 5-2. I did not get his Gilmer PG game, but I'm assuming if you picked Gilmer, he would have won with 6-2. So everybody
Oh,
picked Gilmer, but I didn't
yeah.
get that Gilmer game. So,
Okay. It's pretty close.
but I ain't 5-2, 5-2, 5-3.
Hey, 5-2 actually still is a better percentage than 5-3, technically.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, let's talk about the game last week. There was a football game last week. It seems like so long ago with all these basketball games in between.
It seemed
But
like weeks ago.
yes, um, we saw a Chapel Hill that started well and put the hammer on Henderson early. Corey, what was your takeaway? Your one word for last week's game?
Surprised. I thought I would have saw more fight from Henderson. And we were just a better team, and we took care of business. It was a business trip. We took care of business, and we came out of there with a win. But I was more surprised. I thought it was going to be a barn burner and a dog fight. So I'm surprised we came out there unscathed. And but I was not surprised about the outcome. I knew we probably would end up winning the football game, but I thought Henderson was going to come out with a little more fight than that. So
Yeah, I think the main thing that I noticed, the word I'm going to use is hungry.
mm,
We came hungry. You could tell from the first that we wanted that win. Now, those of us who attended the game, uh, it was kind of a ironic that they celebrated the 2010 state championship team and coaches and all that, and had a little video package before the game. Like, I know that's 11 years ago, not 10, guys, and they had this just happened to pick the Chapel Hill game to put that up on the board. So I know
Disrespect.
that me and Logan were talking in the box, and we're like, really, this game? Supposedly it was supposed to be last year, and COVID interrupted,
Makes sense.
uh, but it was just ironic that they picked this week's game to do that.
Well,
Uh,
I
I know
think
it fired me up. So if I know if it fired me up, I know it fires some of those coaches and players up.
right,
Um, and so I think that didn't help them any at all. I don't think.
right.
Um, and so Casey Joe said she thought the same thing. Yeah, I just thought it was really a bold move by Henderson to do that. Um, Especially this is our 10-year anniversary of the state championship, not theirs, of the next year. And they did that in a game that they had to have. Come to find out, they could have secured a playoff spot, and we'll talk about the other results here in just a minute. But if they would have come out and beat us by more than 12, they would have secured a spot themselves. So I mean, it ended up being a play-in game of sorts. And to lay an egg like Henderson did, I mean, yeah, they scored a few touchdowns, but I mean, it was domination.
Disrespectful. You can't be disrespectful, and that's what happens. You're disrespectful. The football guys didn't like that, and the football were all their way.
Mister
It's
Mister Mo showed up.
exactly. Uncle Mo came to visit us, and he stayed in Chapel Hill all week from that Friday all the way up to this Tuesday. He stayed. Hopefully he has an extended stay until maybe late December. I don't know.
I think he's got a rental property in Chapel Hill. We hope.
Rental property. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we can get him a nice realtor.
Hey,
Because
we've got a couple on our sponsorships, man. Uncle Mo, we've got a couple.
right, we need Uncle Mo to stay as long as he wants to. Make him feel comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. So what else did you see in this game, Corey, that stuck out to you?
I'm gonna be honest with you. After a while, I kind of turned it off because I really did. I wanted to see a good football game where I didn't want to turn it. We dominated the game, and I figured we had 2 weeks to prepare. I mean, you had 10 days, tops to prepare. You rested, you scouted, rested, scouted. You know, you prepared for the game, and man, we steamrolled them. So I'm like, I'm not gonna watch. I don't want to watch a blowout, but I did watch until like the end of the third quarter. I'm like, man, this is done. We took care of business. It's exactly what we were supposed to do. We took care of the assignment, and we left. That's exactly what we needed to do.
Yep, very much business like. And so, uh, yeah, that game put us in fourth after Athens may make it a shocker. Um, I mean, that was one. I know I missed that one as well. Um, I missed the Kilgore Orlando game. Uh, that game was incredible. I was trying to tune that game in on my phone while we were in the press box. I couldn't get the feed to work, but I mean, it was like 120 points scored or some crazy number. That game was never going to end, I don't think.
And didn't Kilgore wasn't did Kilgore start the season ranked in the top 10 or something like that? They were like number 9.
Athens, yeah, not Athens. Kilgore and Mandel both started the season ranked in the top 10. They both were ranked in the top 10. After their fourth loss, but still, I mean, that was an incredible game. I'm hoping we see one of those two teams again.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that means we're probably making it a couple of rounds deep. And so, but that game, whew, that's one of those that you show up and it's just a track meet back and forth. I mean, we kept refreshing the score, and it was like every time we refreshed, another team had scored. It was just insane. So, so and if you didn't see anything about the score, Kilgore did take the game, and so they won district. They'll take the 1 seed. Lindell will be 2. Palestine secures the 3 by virtue of Athens beating Maybank.
It's still weird.
And yeah, I don't understand that. And
It's weird.
But we beat. But you got to look at it though. We beat both of those teams bad.
Yeah,
This the Palestine game is the one
that's the
that
oddball game out
it
of the
it
egg. We could have one game to take back. It's that Palestine game. That's the game we could
it
we
just shows you how much better we were than the rest of the district minus Kilgore and Lindale. Because that Palestine game, we flipped that one over, and we're in easy 4-2 in that third spot, and then let the other guys fight for it because we dominated half of that game. We just didn't show up for the first half. You spotted that many points, and you got a team that can run the ball, just couldn't quite get them off the field in time to score again. So, um, yeah, that's just one. We'll see how it, you know, that may or may not help us depending on our matchups and such. Um, we'll talk about here what ends up happening with our bracket now. You've got Region 3, 4A, Division 1, Chapel Hill, and Vider. For those of you who don't know, we'll have that game on Dave Campbell's Texan Live, 7 p.m. kickoff Friday night. It's a long trek down there, so if you can't make it or somehow you're not able to attend or you just don't feel like making that drive, make sure you go to Dave Campbell's Texan Live, get your subscription ready. It's $9.95 a month, and you can see all the rest of the playoff games for Chapel Hill for next month. I hope we're still playing. If they're in for another time, then you can get the next month. But it gives you a month subscription, canceled any time. And you can also watch any other games. So, like the games, there may be some other games that may be potential matchups that you can go watch also on there. So, it's a good deal. Um, so again, we'll play Vider. They're the number 1 seed. They were actually undefeated until a couple weeks ago and lost. I think their number 1 running back has a broken leg, so they lost that game against Huff and Hargrave. So they were able to bounce back and just barely squeak by. I believe it was who was that they squeaked by? It was
Lumberton.
Lumberton, yeah. Lumberton had taken a 3rd seed. So you got in Chapel Hill's little part of the bracket, you got us and Vider, and you got Houston, Wheatley, and Brownsport in our little bracket. So most likely, if we were to win the first game, it's going to be a long drive. And then you'd have a 3rd round possible matchup with Kilgore if they were to win their first 2, which most likely would be somewhere like Rose Stadium. So,
Which that makes sense. I wish they would play, instead of us driving all the way to, Humble. I mean, you could just meet us halfway. Why don't you just play in Huntsville? Sam Houston State. That wouldn't be a bad game, or SFA, something like that.
yeah, SFA was one of the locations. I believe one of the other teams is playing there. Because I talked to Coach beforehand, and they already had some preset depending on who we matched up with. And I believe it's because Vider is near Beaumont.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the game ended up being Humble. Because it's still not a close drive for them, but it's not near as far as it is for us.
I mean, all of our travels are going to be 2 hours plus, at least, but
yes.
I mean, if we definitely play Houston Wheatley, then Huntsville or, Nacogdoches or Huntsville should definitely be a location for sure.
Yeah, that would be a good drive. It wouldn't be too bad. We've obviously had a couple of games in SFA over the last couple of years, so a familiar environment as well.
I like to go to Huntsville, see a lot of my family.
Hey, well, that's a home location there for you. Where you bring back some memories there.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I was going to look at which game was it that was SFA. There was I got some of the game times here pulled up. Let me see. Region 3. Okay, so Kilgore's going to be playing at Crockett against Huff and Hargrave. And then, let's see, Palestine is at Willis Yates Stadium. I'm not sure where Willis is.
Willis is on the other side of Huntsville, south. It's north of Conroe and south of Huntsville.
Okay, and then you got Lindale is versus Lumberton. So they're SFA. So we'll know about the SFA matchup.
I mean, I don't see us having any problem out of that district, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't go over an opponent, but I don't see us having any issues or problem out of any team.
Yeah. And Vider, they run a wing tee, so you're going to see a similar to a Palestine Maybank formations.
Ball control
So
game.
it's gonna be another important start for Chapel Hill. So we just got to get off to a good start and force them into something they don't want to do, which is pass.
Right.
So very important. Let's see what else we got for. Oh, something I've been working on, and we'll hopefully get some more information. I'm trying to work on a pick'em challenge for the Bulldog Sports Network for this region. I was working on something that I thought was going to work, but then it ended up not working for me. We're going to come out with some kind of pick'em challenge for this region, and if we can get enough participants, we'll make a gift card or something as a reward. So once we get that out, make sure y'all share that so we can get plenty of participation. And we'll have the winner on no matter what the outcome is. The winner will be on come on one of our shows and we can talk Chapel Hill sports with us. So either way, it'll still be worth your while to do it, and you get bragging rights, as I love to have.
So they can now pick the pick'em champ.
Yeah, that's right.
Who could be the pick'em champ? Yeah, well, is he though? Yeah, that would work. I can sense that.
All right, so we're going to take this time right now to see if we have anybody out there listening that would like to chat with us. If you got any questions, comments, just go ahead and type those in the chat, and we'll take those at this time. See if anybody's got anything for us. Let us know if you're enjoying what we've got going on. Man, I hate to move on past football, but I'm just chomping at the bits to talk about that game last night that we saw.
What a game! I mean, come on. It's a Tuesday night game and a rivalry game at that.
Here we go. Chris has got us a comment here. It's going to be the same thing as the other two wing T teams. Play up front on the D line, controlling A and B gaps. Nice commentary from Coach Levens there.
I appreciate the insight. I hadn't watched any Vider tape, so I don't know. It's weird for me to watch football tape. Basketball tape, man, that's a no-brainer. I can watch that all day. I can watch basketball tape all day, no-brainer. But I don't know. But I'm happy for the insight. Maybe I can watch them and see what this looks like, see what they look like at least. So
yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think it's one of those things now we're kind of clicking on a roll. So if we can win a few games, we'll have a chance. I mean, I go back and look at the Kilgore game in my mind, and I think we had all those chances at the beginning to get ahead and take control of the game early, and we didn't do it, but we could have. And so of the two teams that we have in our bracket, I think we match up better with Kilgore. Something about Lindale, I don't know what it is, but we just don't match up with them.
But see, we also got to think too. That was Bripson's first game as a starting quarterback, a full game as a starting quarterback. So, he's 3 or 4 games in now, and so he's kind of gotten acclimated a little bit. They've game planned enough to where he's comfortable in the pocket and comfortable what he's good at doing. And so, I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but at the end of the day, they don't. I mean, a lot of people don't have enough game tape on him. So if they've seen us early in the season, we're a different football team than we are now. So then we went in. So I mean, that's good. That works in our favor a little bit. So I mean, hopefully we can kind of keep that momentum. But I mean, are you paying with house money at this point? The least amount of tape possible. You don't know what he's going to do.
Well, and I think kind of along that same lines, Corey, I was listening to the Dave Campbell football bracketology. They were going over, I believe it was Greg Tepper, was going over the predictions for our region, and he mentioned Chapel Hill as a high ceiling team. Like they had the highest upside of any team in the bracket. It would be a dangerous four seed. And so, they're aware of where we started the year and what we have potential to be. I just think it's a matchups thing. If we can find the right matchups that fit uh, what we can do, we definitely can make a run as good
Absolutely.
or as better than last year even.
Absolutely. I don't think, I think the team, and then this is when that experience is going to come into fruition. Those guys, those kids that played last year, they understand what it was in the playoffs. This is a different season. You explain to them, hey, it's 0-0. You win and go home. You win or lose, you go home. And at this point in time, you look at the seniors, this is it. This is your last ride. You look at the underclassmen, hey, you don't want to let the seniors down. So everybody's got to step up to the plate. It's a brand new season, and this is I need your best foot forward. And we've seen them at their best. Man, we look good. So, but the question mark still remains is how's a freshman quarterback going to respond in the postseason? Because I mean that's a big one at this point. I have faith in him, and like I said, it's almost like a blank check. You don't know what his worth is gonna be at this point, but everyone kind of knows, from this point, like, man, he is talented, and we have a talented backfield, talented wide receivers. We're fast, and we gotta make sure the defense gets stops, like Mr. Blevin said. So hey, we gotta do that.
All right, so let's do this then. Um, I'm gonna actually pull up. We'll just do our pick on this week, and um, we'll do just this bracket. We'll just pick right down the teams. And that'll give us our 8 games, and we'll pick this particular bracket here. I was gonna try to share that here. Let's see. Give me a second here. Uh, Something Vince would have been on by now to give his comments and thoughts about the game. But see, so we got brackets. All right, let's put on there. There we go. Here we go. Let's see if I can share this. If I can get a creative here. We're going to Chrome tab, and we're going to share. Where? Oh, here we go, right here. Share that. There we go. There we go. There's our bracket. Let me move it down just a little bit. Looks like I'm missing. How's that look?
There we go. Well, it was a little blurry, but I can kind of.
Can you see it?
I mean, I can pull it up just a little bit. May have to just scroll down. There we go. That's a lot better.
Oh, well, we're gonna be we're covering it now, so
Yeah.
let's do this. I gotta scroll up. I think on for some reason it doesn't want to put there. That got them in there now. Yeah, there we go. Everyone's right there. All right, so here's our matchups. We've got uh, Goddard, Chapel Hill, Houston Wheeling, Rouse's North, Houston North Forest, and West Kilgore, Huffman, Hargrave. Do you dare go against Kilgore Bulldogs?
No, I'm not going against Kilgore at all. I don't doubt it.
I
I'm not.
agree. I'm going to stick with Kilgore as well. Anybody got their picks? Go ahead and get them in the chat. There's 8 of y'all out there listening, so come on, get your picks in. Nothing to lose, all for fun. And Vince, since he's not here, he'll pick Huffman Hargrave. Okay, there we go.
Oh yeah, I want him to lose now.
Casey Joe's got Kilgore. Good old Casey Joe. Thanks for being here every week with us.
Absolutely, we appreciate it. Perfect attendance, almost. I think it's perfect attendance.
Yeah. Anybody else? We'll keep going and I can catch up. Just if you can see the bracket on the screen, you can make your picks. Get behind. We got Stafford, Houston for I don't know, they stand for something, I'm not really sure. But I don't know anything about your team. I'm gonna take Stafford. Corey Redmond says the Red Dogs. So I'm assuming he's gonna pick Kilgore.
Yeah.
Thanks for the pick, Corey. Alright, so you got Harry. Alright, somebody, we got a Facebook user. Let's see if we can figure out who that is. There's several picks.
Yeah, I see Kilgore, Stafford, Chapel Hill, Brazosport. I don't see the name.
Yeah, it's because it came from the community group. Imagine. Let's see if I can go find it. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, there's Chris getting them all in there at once. I like that. We got Kilgore, Stafford, Chapel Hill, Brazosport, West Columbia, Little, Cypress, Yates, Lumberton, LBJ. I think you went too far. LBJ is actually the next bracket down, but I like he's getting ahead there. Let me see if I can figure out who this other person is. We got Isaac Gutierrez. Thank you, Isaac, for the picks. That's Coach Gutierrez. All right, shout out to Coach. Thanks for listening. Good luck Friday night.
Let's see. North Forest.
All right. So Corey, you got your hands full tonight. We're all at one time here.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up. LCM.
Yeah, keep those picks going. Keep Corey busy tonight. That's awesome.
El Campo, Yates.
Corey Redmond, go ahead and get us your other picks if you're still listening. So we get you filled out. Casey Joe, you're welcome to go ahead and pick the rest of yours too. Coach Gutierrez, go ahead and you can also continue to pick if you'd like to.
You said Casey Joe is Wheatley.
I'm going to finish mine out here, and I'm going to go with, of course, Chapel Hill, and I'm going to go with Brazosport for my fourth pick there, and then that finishes off that bracket. Let's see, we got
West Columbia. Dub C.
Campo and Lindale. And I like those bottom four. I think that was actually how I was going to go with mine. West Columbia, I remember playing them in the playoffs back in 2010 and 2011 when we were going deep. They're usually a really good team. I'm not real high on the Houston teams, the smaller ones. I feel like it's a little on the weaker side. A lot of the
The big
talent tends to go
teams are always better.
to the big Houston schools for
Absolutely.
football. So I'm gonna go West Columbia, Little Cypress, Mauriceville, El Campo, and Lindale on the bottom four.
Yeah, I'm thinking El Campo's what, number 4 in the state?
Yes, I think so, something like that.
Traditionally, they're pretty good. So I got them. Kilgore.
All right, remember if you're watching this later, either comment or shoot us a message with these picks. We'll get you added in. See if anybody can dethrone us and get their spot on the show. Remember, you could beat Corey, myself, and Vince, and we'll get you a spot. We'll talk Bulldog sports with you. Let you talk to us. While we got a chance in a second, I'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight, Zoe Knows Insurance. Shout out to Zoe. Hopefully things are going well with you. If you need insurance, give Zoe a call. He knows insurance.
Okay.
You might got those down, Corey. How's it rolling there?
Oh, okay. Chris has got Lumberton over Lindale. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the I didn't hear the kind of breaking up. Who was the Facebook?
The Facebook was Coach Gutierrez.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'd also like to let everybody know that I know there was a tragedy on 31 yesterday with one of our high school students and a family member. So just like to keep that family in your prayer. I believe it was a freshman student and their parent. So a bad wreck. Not real sure what happened there, but it was very sad. And just want to let everybody know that Bulldog Sports Network family is praying for y'all. So you never want to hear of something like that. We have a lot of fun on here, and we talk, goof off and talk the serious business. That's one of those things you just never know, and so we're praying for y'all as well.
Absolutely.
It's Vincent Johnson. How many did I get right? Well, if you come show your face on the show, Vincent Johnson, then we'll let you know. I don't know if he come on, he'd find out that he didn't do too bad.
I'm pretty sure I'll get a text message later.
I mean, if you get on Facebook, you can get on here.
Hey, he may be busy. He's got, I think I got everybody's picks.
All right, we got everybody in. So everybody, make sure you get your picks in. If you didn't get a chance to get them in, or you're watching this later, we'll Send me the link. I wish I knew what link Vincent Johnson's talking about, because if I knew that, I would have already.
He was putting him on blast.
I don't know what link he wants. He wants the link for the show. I put it in the chat for on his phone, I believe. I'm ready for him. I'm ready to fire some shots at Mr. Johnson. I got some ammo for him. You gonna send it to him, Corey?
Oh yeah, he's got it already because I have it. He's got.
That's what I mean. He doesn't know how to work his phone. I thought he was a Geek Squad.
Oh man. Taking jabs. Doing a guy like that.
Hey, you know what? I've been friends with him for a long time. You said he didn't get it. Oh, come on, Vince. Check your phone. If it's been good, then his phone must be broken.
All right.
Must be that Android. Must be that Android you got. Must be it, or Sprint service. Oh, man. I was ready to move on to basketball, but if he's going to get on here, I'll let him talk about the game real quick before we move on to basketball.
I just sent him the link. Let's see.
Okay. Let's see if he can find his way. We'll go ahead and take this this down while Mr. Johnson finds his way to the show, maybe. Yeah.
Oh,
look at there.
Hello?
Oh, he is here.
What's up?
Oh, there he is. Hey, is it the Sprint? Is it the Sprint service or that Android phone? The reason you couldn't find the link?
I'm telling you, I didn't get a link.
So both of those. If you get you an iPhone and get you on an AT&T or Verizon plan, something with some service.
Listen, Brett, your audio has been bad the whole show. You ain't talking. Your audio sound like you digital. It's chopping up now. I can't understand nothing you're saying.
He come up.
Can you understand me, Corey?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand you.
Corey freezing. Look, what is wrong with y'all?
I have a problem. It sounds like a user problem. That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like both of y'all's internet is bad.
We show's like 40 minutes in the show and he's gonna complain about how we sound.
Yeah, because he was a pick'em champ this week.
Oh, was I pick'em champ? Was I pick'em champ? Say that again. Was it me?
1 week.
1 week.
Was it me? Was it me?
It was a tie. It was a tie.
Was it me? I need to change. Oh man, I need to change my avatar. I need to change my avatar to Muhammad Ali.
Luck finds a blind squirrel every once in a while.
Look, the champ is here. Huh?
Let me remind you, Vince. I have picked 12 more correct picks on the season than you.
Today was your day to lose. Today.
Oh yeah.
It don't matter what you used to do.
It was.
And Corey, I told you that I was gonna pass you. I told you that last week.
I did you a favor. I did you a favor.
You know what? I was quiet for a long time. I was humble, but not anymore. Not anymore. Oh no, I was humble.
I mean,
for a long time.
You a chance to catch up.
And what's the song? Corey, you know you love Drake. What's the song? Started from the bottom. Now we here.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. But I mean,
you did not win the season pick'em. I don't know where you started from the bottom. You started from the bottom. Now you're in second. You won 1 week.
Well,
you know how many weeks did I won overall?
Well, we in playoffs now, so we We in playoffs now, so I still got time.
You missed the pick 'em, so now we just picked all your picks for you.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Corey called your picks the long shot picks.
Oh my God! Don't let Corey pick for me. God no.
Vince is Rowe. Vince is Rowe.
Don't pick for me. I'm good.
We already talked about the game and stuff this week, man. So you want to give us your thoughts on it before we move on to basketball?
Just real quick. I like the fight we put up. I know I think I may have said that last week, but I'm watching us grind out games now. You know, everything doesn't work, but you know we find a way, and I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. Obviously, there's still some things to tighten up. There's gonna always be some things to tighten up, but it was a great game, and we did what we had to do. That was all we needed to do was go out and make sure that we came out on top, and we did that. So now let's prepare for is it Viter? Is that how you
Yeah.
say it? Viter? Yeah.
Fighter,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's go out and prepare for Viter, and let's do what we do. Show them how we play ball.
That's it. Business trip.
All right.
Yeah.
Days in. Willie light on for you. Is that the commercial Willie light on for you? Is that Days in or
That's what is that?
Motel
That's,
6. Motel 6.
Is that Motel
We'll leave
6?
the line.
Yeah.
We'll leave the line on for you.
I'm both that. Willie light on for you. Okay.
Well, you got anything else, Vince, before we talk about some basketball? Tell me you caught some of our basketball action these last couple of games. That's a no.
Yeah.
Anything else? No, I don't have anything right now. No. I'm sorry, man. I'm coming. I'm coming right out of church tonight, so I'm driving to the house. So
We didn't play basketball tonight. We played last night. We played White House last night. You didn't catch that game. You missed an incredible game that Corey and I called last night.
man,
It was a big game. Chapel Hill,
We
White
played big.
House. We got to win. Uncle Mo showed up at like the end of the third quarter, and it was technical fouls. It was bleacher thunder. It was parents yelling. It was all kind of stuff on a Tuesday
so
night.
it was a normal Tuesday. It was a normal Tuesday for Chapel Hill and White House.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Uncle Mo came in and sat next to Corey and I, and he said, "Hey, is Vince here?" And we said, "No." He said, "All right, I'll stay."
Oh, okay. All right. So he only leaves when I show up.
He said, "Stop picking
Oh.
50. Stop picking 50s."
Hey, I picked what was it, 35-21 last game?
Yeah.
I think it was 35-21.
Stay
I was
on
pretty
the
close.
40. We're good. Stay on the 49 and we good.
Whatever. I don't believe in that luck mess.
And
them
it
games just happen to be what it was. You know, it is what it is.
when it comes to
Well,
sports.
I talked to Coach Riley today, and I complimented him on the tech. I told him, I said that was a perfect time to pick that up. That momentum that was picked up from that technical foul, it lit a fire under his team. Really put him on the run that he had to close the game out. I also talked to him about Griffin coming in the game, and said that was something that he thought was necessary for the she didn't start. There was some practices missed and some things. That's one of the things about coaching. You have to make those tough decisions. And so if you don't come to practice, you get a little bit of a slap on the wrist. So, but I think that was the difference. She shut down Moran late in the game, but really allowed Chapel Hill to close out on a pretty nice little run. I don't know exactly what the run was, but it was a pretty nice little run.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I really picked up the win, man. I'm usually like, I like boys games, but that girls game, man, that was as intense as any boys game we called last season. I mean, it was
Intense. It was intense. And then
man.
because we haven't played White House in basketball in a few years anyway, so then you get a chance to see White House in Chapel Hill on a
They won't
Tuesday.
play us. They
Yeah.
won't play us. I talked to Kimba last night. He said they won't schedule it. White House won't play.
Why?
Mm.
They don't want to lose. I guess.
I'm not
I don't know.
gonna say it. I'm
I
not
don't
gonna say it. I'm not
understand.
gonna be like that.
I'll say it. This is the Bulldog Sports Network. I'm calling any White House basketball player. Play us. Come on. It doesn't
I'm
matter if
not
you
trying
win
to
or
make
lose.
nobody mad.
Sell out.
I
Sell
am.
out TJC. Sell out UT Tyler. Sell out. I mean, that's money in their pockets right there. I don't understand like why you wouldn't want this game.
That would
That's
be
I don't
easy,
get it either.
Orlando double.
easy sellout. Yeah, do a girls boys double header at one of those big gyms. You'll have a packed house.
You know what they
It's
should
like
Great.
people nowadays are just they afraid of like they're afraid to have rivals, to have conflict. They're afraid to compete, man. Like
You know what they
like
could have.
I embrace that kind of stuff, that nature. Like
They
I
could have.
want you to compete.
They have like a
What'd
little
you say,
fall.
Corey?
I said they could have like a fall classic, like a fall classic. You have like Tyler Lee and let me rephrase it. Legacy and Tyler and Chapel Hill and White House square off and like a classic, every year in a neutral
Yeah.
site, just one game. I don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe have the private
I don't either.
and All Saints or Brook Hill and somebody, whoever their rival is.
Man, listen, I've been saying that stuff about football for a while. Like, I don't know why we just don't have like just a small little tournament amongst each other. All these East Texas teams just right here. Like, I would enjoy that. I would love to see that.
That idea was a little dangerous because you were saying like 2 or 3 games in a couple of days.
I live in the darkness. I live in danger.
Like we can't.
I want all of that.
We can't.
I don't
play
care how much the ticket costs. I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna get 2.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're going to injure all the East Texas teams, and they're gonna all be hurt in playoff time comes.
I don't want it. I don't want it to be like. It's easier to do it in basketball than it is football, obviously, but like just something, not even saying like in football, like we have to have a full padded game, but like a scrimmage, I think that would just and have people pay to come watch
it. Yeah. I mean, they did have the East Texas of the classic that I don't think they did. They haven't done it in a couple.
Well, it was basically JT Lee played. I'm sorry, Tyler High and Legacy played. Of course, it was JT Lee whenever it happened, I guess. And then Chapel Hill White House played Friday, and they had a Thursday game that was like Gilmer and somebody or
Tatum.
Like another, somebody like that.
I
But
wish
you could buy a 3-day pass for a certain amount. And you get into all 3 games. I mean, they did do that.
And I'd prefer them to still do that now. So, but
Yeah, bring it back. We're calling it out. Bring it back.
Yeah,
Chapel Hill game next year. We want it.
Hey, bring back Chapel Hill versus White House at TJC, like they used to. Bring that back.
It's gonna be almost like us not playing Willard now, because that's kind of developed into a little bit of a rivalry in basketball. Kind of lately, it's not like I know we pulled them out last year and then they beat us, but that was even that's the thing about a rivalry game. Things like that can happen anytime.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not. I don't really consider. There's only one real. Speaking of just basketball, and this, there's only one real basketball rival we ever had. That's White. It's even more. It's been
but like you said, they don't want to play us no more. So it's like, it's not really a rivalry no more because they don't. What made it a rivalry was the emotions in those games, and that it was every year we met up. And if that ain't happening no more, it's just hard to call it a rivalry now.
And then if we
It's
Especially
still
if they don't want to play.
and
it's
then
still
If
going to
somebody
be a
don't want to play,
play
that
in the
right there
tournament.
kills it to me.
yeah, it's still going to be a rivalry. I think if they do play, but it kind of like I guess dies down a little bit. You know, as
Yeah.
far as like I don't think the students that go to school now understand the Chapel Hill White House
They don't,
rivalry
yeah, they don't feel it like we
like
feel it.
like we feel. I think they feel more. I think the Bullard one. You know, back whenever
The Bullard game, yes.
back when was it when we were going to state and they were good and Van that little time. It was after we graduated, like 3 or 4 years after we graduated high school,
That's when Bullard.
and that yeah, they were all good. Like Van, Bullard, and us were all really good in that same little district. And I
Van
think
that Van team may be one of the best teams I've seen in a while out
with
east.
Brandon Roberts.
Oh God, that team was nobody talks about that team enough. That team was legit. It was
Yeah,
legit.
they actually they got who was it? They got hurt. One of their players got hurt one year, and they still went pretty far. I remember going to watch them at the Commerce Fieldhouse. What we call it, the airplane shed, the
Yeah.
airplane hangar.
First, shout out to Southland Conference now next year. So that's a good little.
That's just an awesome gym. I love going back there. I was back there a few years ago for Chapel Hill when they made it down there. It was pretty cool to reminisce some good ball games that we played in that gym. But yeah, I think that's kind of built. And for me, like I don't think the kids even know. I think last night you saw a little bit of that stirring with the boys being there, cheering on the girls in that White House game. They kind of got a little bit of a taste of it. And how it used to be. But still, I mean, 20 years ago, that gym would have you couldn't have been able to put a seat in. There would have been a completely packed house. There would have been even the girls, boys, didn't matter. It would have been sold out. No rooms to sit anywhere, and that was pretty crowded last night. Don't get me wrong,
Would have been a
but I
team.
just think
Yeah.
but it's just not the same. Unfortunately for these kids, it's just not. They've kind of gone away from those games.
I
I just
don't.
think it should be required. Like it should be on the schedule. You should play at White House or at Chapel Hill, or are you going to put it at a neutral site every year? It should be on the calendar.
Every
It should be
year.
one of those. It's like a non-negotiable thing, kind of like Lee JT, or I'm sorry, Legacy. I'm on. You slap on the wrist there. But that game should be on the schedule, and no matter if they're in the same district or not. And they've kind of kept that.
Yeah.
But basketball, football, that's just a game that should be played. I mean, it just should be. It's just there's no reason
I
not
agree.
to.
And
It should.
because
I mean, I think the
remember.
superintendent should get together and say, hey, all our sports teams are going to play every sport, like non-negotiable. Like, let's just, I don't know. I just think if the coaches are going to be too scared to do something, I think it needs to be somebody that takes control of the schedule and says we need to have this game. It's good for everybody. It's good for the districts. It's good for the communities. And it's good for the pocketbooks of the schools because you're going to make all the money on those kind of games.
Because the football games are always great, but then Chapel Hill and White House basketball. I mean, come on. I mean, it's nothing like this. I can see when I see Brett's eyes when he mentions the game because he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, when you've played in several of those games, you just know.
It's just the atmosphere is different, man.
That's like mentioning the Wagstaff tournament. Nowadays, everybody's like, oh, it's the Wagstaff. But, like, that was another thing that was, like, the thing to look forward to. Like, as a kid, I sat in those stands and watched all those players come before me and get to play in that twice. It's not the same anymore because they've kind of split it up and all the big schools don't want to play little schools and all that stuff. But, I mean, that's just like, that's one of those things like you look forward to as a basketball player is those things. The White House game, the Wagstaff.
There's a loss of tradition somewhere, and and I think that's kind of one thing that I wish we had a little more of a more traditional things where we did within the sport, especially in basketball. But we gotta build a new tradition. No matter what, I wish we played White House. No matter what, I don't think that should be anything we shouldn't play them. Should not play them. So yeah, that for sure. Chapel Hill, White House, Wagstaff. I think those should be played. This is building a playhouse, isn't it?
Man, I got a lot of stuff going on.
Oh man, well it's been a crazy week. Y'all got anything else? I know we got Friday night. Logan and I'll be on the call. Ryder, Chapel Hill, Humboldt, Texas. If you can't be there, listen to us. Dave Campbell's Texan line. Go get your subscription right now. $9.95.
Go get it.
It's for a month, so you can watch all these other games. There might be other games. I haven't looked at the list, but I'm sure there's some of these games in our region that are probably going to be broadcast on there. So keep an eye on the other teams. Saturday, Jared and I will be on Bulldog Sports Network for the boys' debut. Corey's going to be jealous.
I am.
Doing it. Well, I bet Corey catches us. I bet he tunes in.
I'm gonna be at work. I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be upset, but I'm still gonna watch it.
They're spoken from a true supporter, and we'll challenge Mr. Johnson to catch just a few minutes of any basketball game this week and see if he can handle that.
He's got to be a
First
special
of all,
in the basketball games this year.
First of
Yeah.
all,
He's got to be.
Don't do me like that. You know this is holiday season, and all of my spare time is cut in half.
No.
Y'all know how I do.
Oh man.
Y'all know how I do. And now I do the church thing. I don't really. I'm not saying that's the reason I missed the Tuesday game, but I will tell you, I work 6 days a week during this time.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a busy.
Well, what time do you get off, Mr. Johnson?
It won't matter because if I work 6 days a week, when I get home, I go to sleep.
You can go to sleep.
I know where you're trying to go with it. I'm not saying not to watch the game. I'm not an advocate for telling you not to watch the game. I want everybody to go out there and watch the game. When I can catch it, I'm gonna catch it myself. And sometimes I have to watch the repeat. I didn't get a chance to watch all of the football game live, but I did get a chance to go back and watch it after the fact. So that's usually what I have to do with my spare time.
Like the third quarter, I watched into the third quarter, and I was like, "Yeah, we're probably gonna win this one." Yes,
it was kind of a wrap by the third.
Yeah.
It was kind of a wrap. You can kind of tell. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, but you can kind of tell. It was
disrespectful. They were disrespectful in the beginning of the game, so I'm gonna just be disrespectful. Yeah.
That part we got the state championship 11-year reunion celebration. When they beat us before the game.
They did do that. Okay, I heard y'all talk about that during the game. Okay, so they were trying to be disrespectful, huh?
Yeah, I mean, supposedly there was a COVID.
They were shooting for that. That's why they got stumped on.
Yeah,
that's why they got stumped on like that.
They picked an interesting game to make that up at.
Yeah,
I know you could have did that anytime, but you wanted to do that in front of us,
the first game of the season.
Yeah, we were those guys you were just gonna steal on. You were just gonna laugh at us like that, huh?
Yeah, they James. Okay.
Yeah. And we started passing out L's left and right. Okay, yeah.
Speaking of that, did y'all able to catch the premiere of the Flipping the Switch episode 1?
Yes.
Bulldog Sports Network released last week.
Yes, I caught that.
Yes.
We'll be releasing the rest of those one by one. So make sure you keep an eye out for those. The next one will be released Monday, and so just something to relive the 10 years ago that state championship run. So
that's how you do it with class. Do that with class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course we have a game Saturday. Jared and I'll be calling it. And then I think again, I talked to Coach Rod today. Housing girls over 14 in the state. So it should be a good measuring stick for where the girls are.
Shout out to the boys basketball team for supporting the girls. That was awesome. I appreciate that. They appreciate that.
Oh yeah, that was awesome to see because they didn't have to be there. They got football. All of them are football playoffs, and they've been working hard preparing for that. Take time out of the evening to come support the girls. That was really cool. Because
That's awesome.
the schedule the way it is, they don't get to see the girls play a whole lot. That's why we're not able to cover both. So that was really cool. Corey, you'll be with us Tuesday night, right, for that one?
Yep. And kick off some business.
Tuesday night. Yeah, it's Tuesday night a home game?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you making
I'll see what I can do.
I mean, I can bring
see what I can do.
We can bring it extra.
It just depends on what time I get out of there. But I'm gonna see
Vince,
what I can do.
Vince, the game starts at 5.
See, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. That ain't. Nah. Don't do me like that.
Man, I have to. If you start showing up on time, then I won't do it anymore, Vince. I've just learned to just tell Vince it's like an hour or two ahead.
I have been on time for not counting this event here, because you know why I wasn't here tonight.
Yeah, I know.
But
you got a lot of excuses, Vince. It's okay. We'll give you a
no.
pass.
I got a lot of obligations. That's different. There's a difference between what you talking about and what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right.
I've been on time. The football games, I've been there early since last year.
I hope so. You're getting paid for those.
I know. So I gotta be on time. I gotta be bright eyed and bushy tail.
What is his name?
Corey, the one that ain't even been there.
Huh?
Man,
Corey hadn't even been there.
Corey guys, I mean, basketball games is Corey going to be doing. He's going to be doing a lot of that pretty much every game.
Doing basketball and other stuff. Hey. I'm calling the games. I'm actually on the mic. I'm calling the games.
I mean, whatever.
Eventually, he can only have so many excuses.
No, I get what Vince is doing. I'm just giving a hard time. However, the mic is open for you during basketball season.
I appreciate it. I will try to make an appearance whenever it is convenient. I will say. Every day is different for me. Don't listen to Brett. Brett works at a place that he gets off at the same time every day. I don't do that.
I'll keep my job for that reason.
Don't. Hold on. Now he didn't offer me a job, but he didn't tell you that I was gonna take a pay cut. Now you telling all that business.
No.
See, you telling all that business, but you're not telling it all.
It wasn't a pay cut because you would work less. So per hour you'd make probably the same.
Yeah, but I need my money. I need all of it, all my coin. It's COVID season, man. What you talking about? I can't take no less money.
Man.
But anyway, I'm gonna try to make some of these games. And
Corey, I have a question for you, Corey. So when y'all schedule y'all's podcast, who is the one that shows up last?
You know what?
Oh my God, man!
I don't even know. I'm just asking.
You know what? I really shoot for like 8:30, but it's like I've known this. I know the drill this far. I don't even just count any time because when we get in there and we finally start recording, it's probably like 10:30.
Oh my goodness!
Because
Corey, go ahead and tell if everyone likes the banter. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna go into all of the extracurricular activities I'm involved in after work, but my time, my personal time, I don't have a lot of that.
I agree with that.
I don't have a lot of that.
There's nothing against that.
Therefore, I have to. There's a lot of honeydews that have to get done. To those that are married and understand, you can't just leave your wife high and dry and say I'm about to go chill with the fellas. You know how it works. You got stuff to do. You better bathe this child. You better feed her. You know, you pick up some clothes, and you know you got things you got to do. As a grown man, there's things that has to get done.
I understand. I guess I'm just blessed with one that's a little more flexible, I guess.
Yeah, I ain't got that kind of flexibility right now, and it's honestly it's my fault. It ain't got nothing to do with her going to school, nothing like that. It's my fault because to be honest with you, 4 nights out of the week, I'm not even at home. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
You're not at home, right?
I do the
You're
church.
not at home?
No, I'm headed home now.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like I get paid. I do the live stream for my church, so I do that too. And when they have revivals like they're having this November, that's why this whole November, every Wednesday night I'll be there until they're done, and then I get to go home and chill. But
I got you.
I just got a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and at this time I'm not working the 6 days a week, and so I just ain't got a whole lot of free time. But again, I'm gonna try to make some time for the basketball.
All right, that's what we like to hear.
All these
I'm
lessons.
not saying listen, I'm kind of like if this was a relay, I'm like the first leg. I'm not the last leg. I'm like the first. I could just get you so far. That's y'all job at this point. Y'all carry the rest of this thing.
We carry it. I
carry the rest of it. I'm just the first leg.
I was thinking you were like the last leg.
No. I ain't gonna say I'm last leg. Last leg's one of the most important. Son.
We get you started. We get the podcast rolling.
Then I bring it home.
Let you come in and input, and then we carry it home. I don't know, maybe that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
All I know, when I was doing the announcing for the game, I heard the spot in the back. Oh, you messing up the name. You messing up the name. Then I wasn't doing it, and he's finally doing it. Man, I messed that up. I messed up all.
Hey, listen. First, I came to you straight up, and I told you. I said, yeah, that was harder than I can admit when I'm wrong. That's one thing you ain't got to worry about with Vincent Johnson. I will admit when I'm wrong, and I clowned and clowned and clowned, and when it was my time,
Record.
to shine, I stuttered. I owned up to it. I called you up. You wasn't even there. And I called you. I told Drew. I said, I called him that night. And I said, yeah, man, I can't do that.
We've lost everybody tonight. We've probably gone off track.
Oh, yeah. They probably sleep now.
This is almost a That's So Dope version of
pretty
this
much. Yeah.
show tonight. We've got a lot off topic. That's the thing about us. It's fun to pick and all that, but I really appreciate y'all taking y'all's time out. I know how important Vince's time is. He's got limited time, so I appreciate.
I appreciate it.
So as much as I pick at you, I only do it because I know I can.
It's
we've been friends for so long.
It's just for fun.
See, if you'd ever could prove me wrong and you'd show up early a lot, then I wouldn't really pick on you.
I show up on time for the football games, so I proved you wrong there. But you and Drew keep reminding me of what used to be. Of what used to be.
You get paid to get the football. Even if you didn't show up on time, they wouldn't pay you.
And what else have I been late to? Nothing else really. We ain't hung out. We haven't hung out in a long time. See, that's where you really get this from. When we used to get together all the time, and I would stroll in later. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I get up and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna meet at 7. This was back in the day. I'm gonna tell it like it is. They be like, yeah, we're gonna go chill at 7. And I wouldn't get ready till 7. I just wouldn't. That's who I was. I was just like, man, All right, it's 7:30. All right, let me put on my shoes.
And then you turn on sports and like, wow, it's a game on.
I know, and then it'd be like, yeah, something grab my attention real quick.
It's got used to Vince, man. Oh, he'll be in a few hours. It's okay. He'll show up eventually. Because he always shows up. It's you just never know what time it's going to be.
I'm like, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Basically, I'm not gonna mention we were talking about this past week on the show during pregame. He was like, I just stopped at but I'm not gonna mention it. That was one of those incidents that I was like, man, that was wow. That was interesting.
What did I do? What did you say I did?
No, you said you did it.
Man, I don't know.
Quick stop. You made a quick stop.
Hey, Chris is laughing. He's crying. He's laughing so hard.
And then you laughing.
Now we can.
This is the podcast. This is how the podcast go. This is how that's so dope.
I think this is a good time to talk about that, Corey.
I mean, this is how the podcast goes. Me, JD, and Vince, and we're just having a nice. It starts out really mild, and then eventually, it's going to be a bunch of laughs, and it's going to be a long pause and a bunch of laughs. There's going to be a big disagreement, and then we'll end up laughing again. That's how it goes.
I mean, we have moments where we yell at each other, and then we have moments where we just cracking up laughing.
Yeah,
that's pretty familiar, guys.
And it's more laughter than anything. That's
yeah.
There are times where I've completely dropped my mic. I remember Vince was on the floor laughing. JD,
I knew you were gonna say that.
JD, that was. That was.
I don't even know what we was talking about that day, but I just fell out of my chair laughing.
It was perfect because you kind of threw your hands up. He's like, ah.
That's why we got to be on camera so they can see it.
I don't know.
Y'all gotta go with that every month thing. We all go on video, man. So gotta get you some extra. I mean, I think it would be good to get a face with names and get your show out there, man.
That's rolling. That's coming out. We got something brewing this week.
It's coming, guys. So all your Bulldog Sports Network fans, y'all pay attention. The video version of That's So Dope. You heard it from Corey.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. Especially you gotta hear our movie reviews.
Yeah, those are coming soon.
Because we like watching movies. We're into movies. Movies and sports.
I can't even tell you the last time I sat down and watched a movie. And I've got so many movies I could watch one like 3 or 4 a day for the rest of my life and not watch all the movies I got probably.
That's some good.
Speaking of which, Corey, I did get a chance to watch The Harder They Fall, and it's absolutely amazing. I ain't gonna go into it on here or nothing because we'd be here for another hour, but it was amazing. I did get a chance to see that.
It's fantastic.
Well, y'all got anything else? I got anything else? We got. So if you want to talk about that, if you want to hear Vince talk about that movie, make sure you tune in.
That's so not tune in tomorrow, but we have some episodes out. We did mention Scottie Pippen. I know everyone's always interested about Scottie Pippen. We gave our very raw, unfiltered opinion about this past week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, but he's going too far. You don't talk about the god of basketball at this point. You don't
don't do that. See, I'm not going to go into this. See, this is why we can't talk about this here because we'll start disagreeing again. Just because that man was great at basketball, don't mean he was a great character.
I didn't talk
he was a butthole.
About basketball. I don't care about his character.
Yeah, I mean,
he was a butthole, and Scottie is finally telling it.
Everyone knew Michael Jordan wasn't a good person. He even said he wasn't. But you want to be remembered as the greatest basketball player of all times over Michael Jordan? You didn't even have your own cartoon.
We're smoking. If someone said he was better than Jordan, that's like LeBron saying he's better than Jordan. That ain't even the same.
I wouldn't go as far as say that he was better than Jordan. But that year, Jordan wasn't it the year Jordan retired that he did carry them to the playoffs. I mean, he was great. He was great. I mean,
That
there's a
was,
lot of
but
greats. I
they had
I
they
think he
had
pushing the
Kukoc.
envelope with that.
They had Kukoc then. They picked up Kukoc,
Oh
so he
well,
wasn't
I
only.
just
he didn't
I
like
think he's
Cooper.
just mad. I think he's just mad. Scotty's always had that attitude too. That's just who he is. He
Scotty mad
y'all
at the
seen the documentary. Scotty had a bad attitude then. He mad.
he's mad at the
He
wrong
mad.
person. Personal issues. I'm not gonna get on it here. I've already discussed that on the podcast about his whatever his personal life, but that's why he's upset. He's taking it out on the wrong person. He's taking it out on the wrong individual. That's what he's doing.
That's all right. That's not LeBron James. That's Dwayne Wade lover right there and Vince. So he can't listen to anything he says.
Dwayne ain't never. No, wait a minute.
You talking to Mavs fans?
Whoa.
To Mavs fans.
Whoa, wait. We ain't gonna talk about. You
That,
know what? I
that
don't even like to
cheating,
talk about D
cheating,
Wade for
cheating
other reasons.
NBA finals, man. That cheat where the refs cheated. We should have won with him. Dwayne Wade
Oh
just got
my God! Here we
you
go
on Dwayne
again.
and you get a
You
call.
lost.
Right.
You
Oh,
lost.
foul.
D
That
Wade.
man went to the rim every play. You was
He
gonna
went
foul him because you couldn't do nothing else.
He's
Y'all
that
couldn't
was
guard him.
he's shooting 50.
yeah. 'Cause
Nobody could guard him.
we couldn't
And you know
catch
what?
him.
And you know what else? You got it back. You got it back. You got your win. Let
We
it
got
go.
it back. We should have had two.
Could have had two.
Let it go. No, we should have had two. LeBum over there messed our whole season up with that. Oh, he only want to score 2 points in the fourth quarter.
Wait a minute. No
LeBron is a choke artist. We know this. Come on.
Oh man,
His
He makes
clutch factor on NBA Live is probably like zero.
LeBron
No
is
clutch factor.
LeBron is a statistical goat, man. He's the greatest statistic basketball player.
Man, he ain't great nothing. He ain't.
But let's see his statistics in the last like 2 minutes of the game. It ain't gonna be very good.
He's gonna be. He wants to be top 10 in all what phases of the game.
Hey, Luka is the
Still don't make you great.
I've ever seen, man. Luka, and y'all watch the Celtics finish.
Yes, Luka.
I give it to you. Luka's the man.
Luka the
man.
Don.
Luka the Don. He's something, man. He's something special. I ain't gonna argue that.
This is another hot take. We ain't got on this.
Oh, here we go.
This is a hot take, very much so. LaMelo Ball should have not won Rookie of the Year. Anthony Edwards should have won Rookie of the Year. He's a better basketball player than LaMelo Ball is. I'm telling you right now. Don't let LaMelo Ball flash it. Look at Anthony Edwards play. He's a better basketball player. I'm just saying. I'm done. You're not gonna like it. It's what it is. I'm just saying. Look at his numbers.
LaMelo.
The Mavericks, really, I could care less about him anyway. To be honest, right now, I don't even watch any other team. If I watch an NBA game, it's going to be the Mavericks, or I don't watch it. I just don't like the NBA. I don't like the NBA, man. If it's not the Mavericks, I don't care. Like college, okay, give me some college ball all day. Give me some college basketball.
College basketball is better. Women's college basketball is better basketball to me.
Those guys are like prima donna. I think their stuff don't stink.
They are.
I just get tired of it.
But at least they changed the
Mavericks
shooting foul. Like I love how they changed that. So now you got people readjusting their games like Harden. So, getting all that cheap stuff. So I think it's gonna take a lot of the diva, mess out of the game. So
game of the week this week. Texas at Gonzaga, Saturday night. I think it comes on at 9:30.
Chet Holmgren. The truth.
Yeah,
we're gonna beat him up. We're gonna beat him up.
He's too skinny. We're gonna pressure him.
KD.
Yeah.
KD
but he's real raw.
I mean, it's different NBA.
Texas got some grown men on their team.
Yeah, I
agree. 23. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be tough on the road in Gonzaga's home court. I think we got a chance.
gonna win. Duke looked good yesterday. Duke looked really, really solid. They look really good. I'm basketball's back.
This year, just because I think that Coach K deserves to go out on a pretty good season. Talk about a coaching legend that I don't know that they can replace him. I mean, it's going to be a tough task. Who's going to be the coach? Shire.
Yeah, John Shire.
I liked him as a player. At Duke. I'm a Duke fan. It's like my number two. Like it's Texas and a Duke runner, and Drew always liked Carolina, so I was a Duke. So usually Duke's my team because Texas in the past has not done so well. But Coach K is one of those like class act guys. Like it's hard to believe he's been there for that long, but I just want him to go out on a good note.
National championship. That's you can't get better than that in this era.
One of those. It's one of those few coaches that kept their program clean. You don't hear about anything really going on at Duke. Like, they're just, I'm sure, things have gone on. But as far as the program has been, you don't ever hear of them. You've heard things with Carolina that's gone on, Kansas, some of the other big schools, but you just don't hear anything about Duke except Coach K is a really good guy. And it makes a lot of difference when you hear guys like Kobe and some of those NBA guys back when they played for him, like speak that highly of him.
Yeah.
Like that just tells me something right there. He gets a lot of respect from those guys. So
I like Tom Izzo.
Yeah. Izzo's good. I'm not a Michigan State. I'm a Michigan fan, so I don't really like Tom Izzo because I've always rooted against him. But
it's hard to root against Tom Izzo though. Like it's hard to root because he's such a program guy. He just seems like a right guy for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he usually builds his program around a team of guys, and not just like one or two talented players. I mean, they always have a few talented ones, but it's more of a team concept. And he has guys that stick around several years and is able to build something usually. It seems like that's been his kind of his thing he's done. I mean, like I said, I like Michigan, so I don't root for them, but I gotta respect him. He's got a good program.
Oh yeah.
Did we lose Corey?
Corey. Oh,
Corey.
there
There we go.
Oh, we're back. Okay. It was like I lost y'all for a second. I don't know if it was me or y'all or who, but I was just basically saying I respect Izzo's program. I don't necessarily root for them, but I do respect it. Another guy is Mark Few. Like he could have gone anywhere now at this point. I mean, you got the Duke job that's open. They hired from within, but you got to figure Mark Few shows interest. You hire him right now.
I think
the Carolina job was open. I mean, you got a lot of big jobs that have opened up, and
Mark Few wants to get that one. I think he wants to get that one in Gonzaga, and then he'll probably look somewhere else.
I don't know, man. They've got it made now. They can schedule anybody in the country in preseason, and they can go through their little week conference and beat up on everybody. I think used to the problem is they couldn't get those games, but now they're getting anybody they want.
Nobody wants
home road.
That's a long trip.
Yeah, but anybody will play them because it's one of those games like Texas. I was listening to a podcast that was a Longhorn podcast, and they were talking about Texas' week preseason schedule. And they had Tennessee and Gonzaga, and that was really much the only games that would matter to later down the line. So it's going to be harder for them to get a number one seed without picking up some quality wins in those games. And obviously the conference is good, but outside of the conference, they don't have a whole lot of good games on their schedule. So I think really anybody will play Gonzaga now because it's not like they're going to play every week. They've built the program. It's a good non-conference game. It's going to be good for both teams.
And you got to think about it too. After Texas goes to the SEC, look how big the SEC in basketball is going to be. Like I know, to me, the Big Ten is the best basketball conference right now. Big Ten is legit. Like there, any night you can get. I mean, just 20, 25 win teams left and right in the Big Ten, but that right below that one may be the Big 12. It's almost like neck and neck. But it's man, you could play all games in conference, and you should get a number one seed if you win any one of those conferences. You at least should get a number one seed.
Yeah, Big 12 is right there. I think it's just they have, I think, a more percentage of their teams better. Of course, the Big 12 is big. The Big 10 is bigger,
Yeah,
has more teams. So obviously, it's not as the percentage of the teams. I think it's not. I think there'll probably be 7 teams this year that'll make the tournament, most likely from the Big 12. 7 out of 10. That's a pretty good number.
yeah.
And once Texas leaves with OU, that's two of the top teams out. But it's still going to be. I think it's going to be more of a basketball conference.
Oh yeah, they got Memphis, Cincinnati, and all three of those teams are conference. They're tournament teams, easy.
Yeah, so you're going to add a lot of talent. The SEC, I think, for Texas may be an easier conference
Oh yeah,
overall. Yeah, because I mean, you really have Kentucky. Of course, you have our old friend Rick Barnes in Tennessee.
that's gonna be interesting. We got
I mean,
come on.
Florida's up and down. Florida's up and down. You know, all those. There's not really any like established powers besides Kentucky, Tennessee's been good.
You got Kentucky, Arkansas, Auburn.
Arkansas, but none of them are consistently good. Like you don't have. They're kind of depending on the recruits. It's kind of up and down. Uh, I mean, really, and Kentucky was down. And Kentucky was down last year. So I mean, Texas could easily step into the SEC being a favorite. And you no longer have that Kansas
Yeah,
team looming over your head.
Texas A&M will be pretty good.
So I don't know how it'll work out, but I know for basketball, I think it's going to be a benefit to Texas as far as being able to have a chance to win the SEC, especially with Coach Beard, and I feel like he's doing a good job already. I'll be interested to see after he gets through with these recruits what he gets for next season, because basically this is a one year experiment with this group. Will he be able to use the transfer portal or get some recruits in? And it'll be interesting. I like your hat, Vince. Hey, we're matching tonight. We all got our hats on.
Okay. Well,
okay. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah.
I know we've kind of got off topic. I'm sure by now we've lost everyone.
We've gone
But,
from Bulldog Sports Network to Bulldog Sports Podcast.
well,
Yeah. This is what we do.
Oh man. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good move for them for that. Now football, it's too big a tournament right now. I'm not feeling so good about it. I don't know how much that game got caught last weekend, but it was ugly. I mean, it looked like we didn't want to be there at all. I mean, of the 4 losses, that was the worst one. Or 4 in the conference, that was the worst one. Like, we weren't even in that game. We changed quarterbacks again. We don't know who we are. I'm just, at this point, I'm hoping for a bowl game.
Well, I don't expect much. I didn't expect much from Sark the first season. So he's not in any of his players he recruited. It takes about a year or two to get the guys that he needs to come in, and once they're in,
Did you see more go with the transfer portal?
Yeah.
Mr. Drop. They passes he dropped in that Baylor game. Oof, 3 or 4. A couple touchdown passes.
Man, I don't know. They baffle me. They baffle me, man. I don't know where to go on that. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's like coach related. I don't know if it's like player related, but something ain't fitting. Cause when we that L we took to Baylor, man, that just, first of all, I was saying that I'll say it again. That Arkansas game told me something that I didn't want to believe, but I knew who Arkansas really was, and the fact that they hit us that hard, it just made me nervous. And And then now that Baylor lost, it really told me who we are. And I don't think we are who we thought we were at the beginning of the season. And yeah, it's gonna take time. Yeah, I know they swapped coaches, but man, the team was there. I mean, you got the players, you got the talent, man. Like, we're not the only team out here swapping coaches like that, and we still, I mean, we can't seem to get a meaningful win. That's what's killing me. We can't seem to get a meaningful win at all, and I don't. It's the spirit of what the Longhorn. It's like it's not there. That spirit that we had is just not there, and that's the best way to put it right now. Like, we just not. I don't know how you get it back. Because like, again, we got talent. I mean, you can look on the field and see we got a tailback that's literally at one point was considered for the Heisman. You know, the guys were saying this dude is your Heisman, and we ain't had that in a long time. Like, let's be honest, we ain't had that in a long time. So we got that, and it was supposed to make it easier for the quarterback. We swapped quarterbacks after the first week. We said this dude was built for Texas, right? Then we turned around the next week and he got hit so hard, we just swapped him. And when we swapped him, the other dude, he was more athletic. I'll say it like that. He was more athletic, so it made it look as if we were a better team with him on the field. But that's foolish, though. Because you're more athletic don't mean the offense is running better. You know? And now you can see when we get into that bigger caution, we got it. You go and say he was able to make those plays when you needed him.
That the other quarterback couldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean,
it's really easy though if you think about it. We set the expectation entirely too high. They are who they are. Talent or no talent, they are who they are. We set the expectation entirely too high. We're disappointed. So I'm just ride the season out. Okay, hey, we're not that good of a football team. And I am okay of admitting that we're just not that good of a football team. We're not that good of a football program at this point. We haven't won big games. Our season, it's still our season, was the LSU game last year. That was our season. If we beat LSU, I think we probably would have won the college football playoffs, and we still would have a head football coach. We lost against LSU, could never recover. That was our program's big history at that point. From winning a national championship game to that, if we beat LSU, that's it. Like, that would have propelled us into our kind of ascension. The Georgia game we won in the bowl game, Georgia rested 11 players. So I mean that it counted for something, but I mean we really didn't play Georgia, okay? So I mean
Georgia. The thing about Georgia though, Georgia wasn't the team you're seeing now. That dominant team you're seeing now. Georgia was decent in their conference, but we could compete against them. That team and the team, we could compete against them. Man, Oklahoma, the Oklahoma game, we were murdering Oklahoma. What was the difference in the second half where we allowed Oklahoma to score 40-something, 50-something? What was it? You know, and we just stood still.
We were cruise control, man.
That's not coaching.
We were cruising. We were cruising. They hot rodded by us.
Like, it's like you talk about Uncle Mo. Like, if Uncle Mo was there, why did he leave? What's happening to where we decide, okay, that's enough, we ain't gonna give you no more? What's happening? Because you can't nobody explain nothing to me from that Oklahoma game. There was no need for us to lose that game. I mean, the Arkansas thing. Here's what I'll say about Arkansas. Arkansas jumped out on top of us early. I can't even be mad at that. They blew us out. They beat us down. They beat us down. Let me say, but
I can't help it. I'm laughing
you
at Uncle
know that
Mo. You're
game
talking about
they
Uncle
jumped out
Mo,
on
so I'm
top.
laughing.
I
You don't.
know
You don't even.
I know
You don't
he's
know.
talking about.
You Uncle Mo if he was sitting right next to you.
But again, man, we the Oklahoma game. You make me laugh. I'm trying to make a point.
The point was you should have never picked 50 points.
Uncle Mo. Uncle Mo.
You
You
know,
know, I'm starting to think Uncle Mo is the drunk uncle at the family reunion. That's what I'm thinking. He's the drunk uncle at the family reunion.
He could be Mo Lewis. It doesn't matter.
But man, like the Oklahoma game just really stunned me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Uncle Mo is that SpongeBob meme. As soon as he see Vince roll up, you know what, I'm gonna head out.
I don't know why Uncle Mo don't like me. I don't know what I did to Uncle Mo.
He's like, is that
I don't
Vince?
know what I did.
I'm gonna head out. No, for sure. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Haven't done this all year, and I'm like, dun dun dun.
Oh no!
Why would you do this? He's like, oh, that don't matter. I don't want to hear that. That ain't gonna matter. I'm picking 50 points. Like, no, you don't jinx us. No, don't.
That is not why we started losing.
Uncle Mo.
Listen, Lindell put a whooping on us. That was because I picked 50 points. It had nothing to do with it. Lindell was just hungry. I'll give them their credit. They was hungry. And let me say, I'll give some credit where credit is due. And again, when I said I admit when I'm wrong, I said Lindell had a great tailback last year, and I didn't think that they had nothing for this year. I did say that at the beginning of the season. I was wrong. Lindell dropped 50-something on Kilgore, and I just, man, I didn't know what to say. I was like, I don't get it. Like, where does talent come from all of a sudden? Y'all didn't show us none of this last year.
There's an old saying goes, average team, a confident average team is just as good as a not so good, not good confident, good team, basically. If you my analogy is messed up, you get my drift. So if you're an average football team or average team, you got a lot of confidence, you can beat anybody.
Man, I'm gonna go say they not average. They above average.
They don't have any superstars. They have a simple system.
They just they got a system, and they got a bunch of guys that get it. That's all it is.
Quarterback was good. Quarterback was really good. The quarterback's all right.
I still brag about that defensive end that nobody seems to be able to block. Yeah, so
they bested us. Getting back.
They did. That wasn't because of Uncle Mo. That had nothing to do with Uncle Mo.
We almost have a separate show and just go off topic.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is a text message from Uncle Mo. Yeah, he lied. Yeah.
I think Uncle Mo must be. Is he in the chat? Oh no! He saw Vincent on the screen. He ain't chatting with us.
Yeah, he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna head out." Y'all got them.
I don't know why Uncle Mo don't like me.
Shout out to whoever's watching still, because thanks for sticking with us or tuning in. We appreciate it.
They'll hear it on the podcast. I'm telling you, this went from the Bulldog Sports Network wrap-up show to right into the after hour podcast.
Yeah, it's the after party.
Center and the anchor change. Like it's like from 9:30 to like midnight, then the anchors change. Yeah, it's like, hey, that's what we do.
Oh man, hey, woo. Well, guys, it's been fun, but we're ready to wrap it up here.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be a long week for Bulldog Sports. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We got our sponsor of the show, Zoe Knows Insurance. So make sure y'all check him out. Again,
Zoe.
We have our podcast on all the podcast platforms. We'll have this up probably sometime tomorrow. If you can't catch it, if you can catch it on the video, you can catch it there, or you can listen to it in your car on the podcast forward. We got That's a Go podcast with Vince and Corey. If you like this, tune into theirs.
Yeah.
More argument.
Did Corey freeze? I think he. Oh, there he is.
No, you went to Uncle Mo. It's okay. I got you. It's all right. It's all right.
Man, listen. You tell Uncle Mo. I said you better be there Friday night. You better be there Friday night. We're gonna need
Oh, he's sleeping on the bus. Uncle Mo's he's driving the bus.
you. Good.
Yeah, he's going. He asked me if Vince was riding with us. I was like, no, Vince is staying home.
So he showed up.
He's just ready to get in a vehicle and go down to Humble, Texas to see the Chapel Hill Bulldogs beat Viter
Yeah.
on Dave Kill Texan Live. Oh, man. Well, thanks for tuning in tonight. Again, we have that game tonight. We also have the game Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll have the boys opener against Chapel Hill Mount Pleasant. Jared and I will be on the call for that one. And then we'll have the game Tuesday. Chapel Hill girls again. They'll be hosting Palestine, number 14 in the state. Corey will be with me on the call for that one. And then same time next week, we'll be right back here with our wrap-up show. Hopefully talking about a playoff win. But either way, we'll be here. We'll talk some basketball, some football, and who knows what else. Might even talk about Uncle Mo again. Hopefully in a good way.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Uncle Mo yet.
You better not be talking bad about Uncle Mo. He's listening.
I know, right? I know. I need to get through this week. We need to get through this week. So yeah, I'm on sweet talker.
All right. Well, for Vince and Corey, I'm Brett. We'll catch you next time right here on the Bulldog Weekly Wrap Up Show. See you next time.
All right. Peace. Get you one of these.